The studio background seems a little messy. That's better. And by that I mean everything that used to be on here 2 seconds ago is now splayed on the floor around. So amongst the various traits that just make me a complete failure to a human being, there's one that I think is mostly noticeable to other people that kind of displays and showcases very well how much I actually fail to function. My ability to hold conversations. Now I know a lot of teenagers, especially my age, are just kind of awkward around people, but hear me when I say the amount that I flop at holding a conversation with any other human being who has not known me for at least 5 years and is able to handle how completely colossally weird I am is atrocious. Like, I'm not kidding. There are people I know that I've been friends with that consciously avoid some conversation with me because they know I will make it worse. Okay, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. Like, I don't know, but there's something about another human being in the general vicinity that I do not know every single fact about that just makes me very awkward and cringy, and I want to just kind of implode constantly until they go away. For example, the introduction to a conversation with someone I don't know, particularly if I'm being like introduced to someone separately, like a separate connection where there's me, the go-between, and then them, is just a bit rough. Now the first thing that just kind of makes me a little bit more awkward than the average teenage person is the fact that the second I hear someone's name, I forget it. There's not even like the recollection of, oh, I know it's in there somewhere. No, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever it is. Which isn't really a problem until you're leaving. But like, when someone goes, yeah, I gotta go, but bye Brianna. I am now required by whatever invisible, unspoken social laws to use their name in my farewell with them as well. Which isn't good. Now, I'm sure some people can just play it off, like, oh, got a phone call, or some other generic excuse that I don't have the right part to think of in the moment because I'm too busy trying to eat myself from the inside out. And there's no way I'm getting away with it. Oh, no. Yeah, bye. You... Why? Now, while that is enough to make most people, including myself, just kind of cringe, that's only the beginning of the flaws that I have when it comes to maintaining a basic form of communication. Now, once you've gotten past the cripplingly awkward introduction with me, you have to deal with the first topic of conversation. Now, as a person who typically is more into like deeper conversations that I can get more meaning out of, having to talk to someone about some generic topic that no one genuinely cares about is very difficult. Because all I want to do is just go, hi, I'm meeting you for the very first time. What's your opinion on humanity's massive potential for destruction? Literally, I don't know. I don't know why. Now, once the other person has taken the effort to establish some kind of mediocre topic of conversation, such as the weather, sports, which is a whole other thing for me because I don't know the first thing about sports, so if you try to bring it up, then you're in for a rough time. How's your day going? Hobbies, family. God forbid you try to talk lightly about politics. I will probably revert to any number of very, very generic responses. Now, I'm not talking about the, I don't really know what to say, but I can come up with some sort of halfway in there witty remark. If you ask me how the weather is, I will say, oh, it's kind of cloudy. It could be a full blue sky, but I will say it's cloudy because I like clouds and that's what I'm going to say, no matter what. Yeah, so how you doing? Oh yeah, doing fine. I could be having the worst day of my life. My whole family could have died. Like, the world could have imploded. The nuclear war could have started, and for whatever reason, you don't know. But I will tell you, I'm fine. Admittedly, if any of those things had happened, someone probably wouldn't be asking me if I'm okay, like, genuinely curious about the answer. So this, of course, makes it very hard to actually maintain a generic conversation, which I know is what, as human beings, we're expected to do. We are expected to carry on very boring conversations because that is the surface level, skin deep, and then you go deeper later when you've established a more personal bond. But no, I can't hold those for the life of me, so I never make any deeper friends. I get any conversation that I crave. Now, I know the logical thing would just be, pick a new topic, move on. Or, I know if it's really bad, just start over, kind of like really get a fresh start and just kind of do the whole thing over again. And I start over. Literally. I don't know what it is, but at random points, whenever I feel it's a lull, I just go, hello. I'm pretty sure some people think I have like amnesia or something. I just forget who they are or the conversation. See, with my friends, It isn't really a hard thing because they're so used to me being just so bizarre. But imagine you're meeting a person for the very first time and they randomly just say hello or some other form that indicates the conversation has never started, even though you've been talking for like 15 minutes. I imagine those people must be just terrified of me. Like, oh, what's going on? Is she psychotic? Is she psychotic? Is she okay? What's going to happen? Is she going to murder me? To anyone who has ever conversed with me in any form, I'm very sorry. Also, you know what things you'll do where you kind of want to murder them when they do it? The whole... Yeah, like... What was that? Oh, it was nothing. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. I will say never mind. And then I know they just want to walk away or flip the desk and or do all the above while murdering me painfully. I just honestly can't be bothered to say it again. Now, when we've inevitably cycled through all the topics in like 5 minutes, including sports, which is just a whole other fiasco, there leads to that inevitable lull in conversation where normal people would be like, okay, we've had a nice kind of conversation, we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes while I ponder the various things we've said. And even as a person who genuinely enjoys silence, I can't stand it. I, for some reason, think that if I do not know this person for at least 5 years, I must always be saying something, which leads to me just saying more awkward things and being even weirder, so they want to talk less, but I keep trying to say more, and they talk even less and less, which leads to more comments, which leads to less, and just, it's a long cycle of just bad. After I've accepted that, hey, maybe I should just let it go and just sit in silence with them, because maybe that will convince them that somewhere within this realm of madness, there's a spark of a normal human being in there. The original person who introduced us will come back and then pick up conversation just like that, and then I am home free. No. No, it never ends. The original person tries to pull me into the conversation, and I either A, make it worse by just being awkward, or the other person is sitting there in shock at how normally I converse with this person, and now they're thinking, what's wrong with me? Did I do something? Did she not want to talk to me? No, okay, I promise you're fine. I just fail at talking. After 3 more minutes of forced conversation, the worst part of the entire ordeal happens. Saying farewell. Now that sounds like it shouldn't be too bad. You just met this person. They're not expecting some really cool goodbye. They're not expecting some sort of synchronized thing that you've had for years that you do every time you say goodbye. They're not expecting anything. But for whatever reason, I feel like I have to make it better than the usual goodbye, which makes it a lot worse. And if this happens, I swear I will just die. And then it's all over. I walk away feeling my heart pound out of my actual chest. The other person beside me, who introduced me, is thinking, oh, that went pretty well. But I know, deep in my heart, deep in my black soul, it did not go well. It will never go well. I mean, realistically, the person is probably just thinking that I'm just some kind of weird and they're kind of going to forget about me in a few minutes. But no, I will convince myself later that I am their one focus in life and they are focusing about how awkward that was and how much they hated talking to me, even though it might have been not that bad, but I just concentrated on it anyway. Oh, within this whole fiasco of what could somehow be called a conversation is me just doing the weirdest things, 100% body language that just makes no sense. I will like mess with my fingers and create all kinds of weird things. Like, okay, no, I'm not kidding. I will do this. I will do this with my hands while I'm talking to someone. I don't know why. I will literally just do that randomly. I cross and uncross my legs an unallowable amount of times. And then my hair just becomes a huge distraction. I'm not sure how it hasn't all been pulled out from messing with it constantly. So in case you found this a little bit entertaining, one of the many aspects of my life that just kind of make it hard to deal with being alive sometimes, but it's amusing to tell stories about it later, you can hit that like button because that makes me get some kind of gratification through the internet. Also, if you're really enthusiastic about some weirdo on the internet, you can subscribe. I gained 1 subscriber the other day and I was like freaking out for like 10 whole minutes. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Like, I was like freaking out on my computer. So thanks for watching, and I will maybe see you if I ever post again because I just forget to film for months at a time. Bye.